Hi guys, it's Erin from Ginger's Florals. Today is an absolutely gorgeous day and I'm gonna do a January garden tour. I started out here in the field mostly because, well, it's sunny and we don't get a lot of those days this time of year, so it seemed like a good day to be out here. And also because we pretty much got the whole thing cleared out and starting to lay the compost to get prepped for the coming season. It's pretty darn exciting. Last year, we didn't finish all of this work until, we were still clearing and getting everything ready in April, and that was way too late, unfortunately. Life got in the way, so didn't get there, but this year, we're here. Starting up here at the north end of the field, if you saw the other day my video about how we plan the farm, this is those 21 beds of 40-foot long beds. So this north end up here, there's nothing here, but I'm about to get this prepped. I'm going to start my ranunculus succession pretty quick, and then that's where that'll go. This row we planted all of our larkspur and bupleurum, and it looks like and bells of Ireland. It looks like we have some seedlings. Cross your fingers, that's what we got. And then this row right over here, hang on a second. This row, these are all of our biennials. We've got these are sweet rockets, and we have a little bit of Linaria or Honesty right here, and then a whole bunch of Canterbury bells down at that end. One of you guys requested for me to show you what I have growing in the fields right now, so that's what this is for. So that bed's there. These beds, really the rest of them, they're all done. They're just waiting to be finished cleaning out. I did leave down here. These are all the, apparently I left a scented geranium, but these are the chrysanthemums. I have no idea if they're going to survive and come back, though that's promising. If they are, it'll throw off my plan a little bit that I just built, but I can accommodate a bunch of great big giant chrysanthemums. I can make it work. So yeah, that's it. There's not a whole lot out here. Just the field, just clean and ready to go. So the other objective in this one, in this video I wanted to do is to just show you all the few places that we actually have blooming flowers right now. Some of which is expected. Some of it is unusual. This year, I've said it a bunch of times, it's been very, very mild. We still haven't had a freezing day yet. There is some in the near forecast, but not a lot. Okay, so for reference, big field. This is what we call our entryway garden. And I just have to marvel at this camellia. This whole thing, can you see that? It's completely covered in flowers. They're just everywhere and they're so beautiful. This one is called Winter's Joy, this camellia. So this one blooms right around Christmas time. This one right next to it, let me see the tag. This one right next to it is called Kramer's Supreme, and it's all budded up, ready to bloom, and that should happen soon. John is definitely, this one as well. John is definitely the camellia person. He loves them so much. Every time we go to the garden centers at this time of the year, it's hard to walk away without another one. But that's about it for this little area that has anything growing or blooming. Most everything, yeah. Hi chickens. They're noisy little guys, girls. So there's not a whole lot blooming other than that right here, though. There is a bunch of perennials that should have died back already that haven't. Real quick, we'll take a look in the ranunculus garden in this chicken coop bed, because there are actually a couple things blooming. I did a video recently where I put up the caterpillar tunnels. If you're interested, go take a look at that. But look, it's been so warm that even the anemone is blooming, along with a million weeds. Weeds surprise you in the winter, but they're on the list. I did some work a few days ago and got one of the beds cleared out, but I got 6 more. Look at these guys. There's actual flowers. There shouldn't be, but there are in January. These 5 covers were really, they took a little bit of time, but they weren't hard to build. And since we're not super cold this year, they're mainly to keep from drowning the ranunculus. And they're doing a good job. These anemone beds, they don't need it. Okay, the next spot that we have some blooms, well, at least one, a few, is over in the bedroom garden where the tulips and daffodils are. We have another anemone. I didn't realize that they would be basically perennial here, but I'm not mad about it. All of our tulips are here, all the way down there, and then down here. All this grainy stuff here, that's to try and combat the moles, though you can see all the little hills. It's really worrisome. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in the spring. Not a lot I can do about it right now. And then just a couple calendula that have survived. It's so bizarre. It's been so warm that our daffodils are even popped up out of the ground. This is another place I need to come through and weed everything out. We had Bee's friend in here last year and it has stayed. Okay, and then the next spot is right here, the St. Francis Garden. There's a few beautiful blooms in there. I enjoy a lot having the perennials stay in place and be winter interest, I guess, in the garden. But I probably should have cut these back before they went to seed. This is yarrow, and it tends to want to spread itself around here. The echinacea won't do that. So we have a couple blooms going on in here. Look at this tree. How pretty is that? This is a strawberry bush, strawberry tree. Yeah, and it blooms like this in winter, late winter, early spring. Of course, it's early winter, but the shrub doesn't seem to know that. And then our hellebore. I say it every year, but these are the best to have in this time of year. They're the only thing blooming. Really blooming besides the camellias. Look at these guys. They have gotten a bit waterlogged and they're kind of angry about it. We haven't had freezing temperatures, but we've had a load of rain. But the hellebores are still so beautiful. I'm going to have to do a flower arrangement with those pretty soon. Overall, though, this garden, it still looks beautiful. all the arborvitae and then the lemon cypress, they still look good even in the winter. I can't wait. I really hope that we get some snow so we get a chance to come see what this looks like in the snow. And holy moly, our rose campion loves its life. There's some happy, happy perennial right here. I'm gonna have to dig some out of the way of these heuchera though. They're getting kind of smothered. Really don't want that to happen. And then one last spot over here that we actually have blooms, believe it or not, are fuchsias. Hi, dogs. Fuchsias are usually long gone by now, but this crazy weird weather we've got, they're still hanging in there. Oh, Winston's got to go bark at the cars driving by. Okay, so there's probably 2 more spots I want to show you with flowers in them, and that's about it. Hi, Winston. The roses never came off. They're not going to bloom anymore, but they never stopped. They kept trying. Okay, so over by the corner of the house, we have some daisies actually right here that are trying to bloom, which is crazy. It's January. Daisies should not be blooming. But they tried. There's daisies. It did get pretty chilly last night. And even a poppy trying to bloom. Who'd have thunk? Nothing up here. We do have a lot of beautiful new trees that we got over the holidays. This one I'm in love with. It's a cork bark fir. This silver foliage, it looks a lot like a blue spruce, but it's soft. So soft. And John's Christmas present was a giant sequoia. Gotta find a good place to put that out here because it's gonna get huge someday. All right, here's the other flowers. Look at these hellebores. Right here, we're on the north side of the house. There's some hellebore that are working on blooming, but these guys, they've been in bloom for weeks now. And they're just the brightest spot in the garden right now. It's, January and February are probably the most bleak sort of feeling in the garden, but it's also calm and beautiful in its own way. It is nice though, really nice to have hellebores and camellias and, winter blooming flowers. But to be honest, we are so lucky that we live where we live and we have all kinds of natural winter interest with all of these trees everywhere. I love it. And when you get a sunny day, you take advantage. Okay guys, I know that was a quick one, but that's really all I wanted to spend any time on, was to show you what the field looked like, what those ranunculus beds look like, and what's actually still blooming in January. The ranunculus and the camellia are supposed to be. The couple other things that we saw are not. So it's kind of crazy. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.